My child, don't skip this. You always do. You scroll past me when your soul is screaming the loudest. But today, I've stopped time for you. Yes, this moment is not random. This breath is divine intervention. You have 45 minutes. Not to fear, not to run, but to finally feel what I've been whispering into your bones since the day I crafted you. I've watched your tears fall in silence. I've seen you smile when your heart was breaking. I've waited and waited as you tried to fix what only I could ever restore. You've prayed, haven't you? Even if it was a silent, "Please help me," as you lay awake in the dark. I heard it. Heaven heard it. I never left you, not even once. But child, every time I knock, you hide. Every time I reach, you scroll. Every time I send my voice, you silence it. And yet there you are, reading these words not by chance, but by prophecy. Yes, I said prophecy, because I wrote this moment into your story before you were even formed in your mother's womb. You are not lost. You are not too broken. You are not forgotten. You're chosen. You're marked. And time is trembling right now because you are waking up. Keep reading. Don't stop. The enemy wants you distracted. But I need your heart back. You've given it to things that can't hold it. You've run after people who couldn't stay. You've whispered, "I'm fine," so many times you've forgotten how to be real. But I see through the masks. I see the child you still are deep beneath the armor. You've been surviving, but now I am calling you to live. Michael, my mighty one, is standing behind you. Sword drawn, wings wide, guarding the threshold of this divine shift. You feel it, don't you? That strange warmth in your chest? That's not emotion, that's revelation. He is whispering to you now. There's still time, there's still time, come back. This is your return, not to a religion, but to me, to the one who knows your voice in a crowd of billions, to the one who doesn't care how many times you failed, to the one who made failure bow at the feet of grace. My child, listen, I am not disappointed in you. I am not angry with you, but I am urgent, because you are about to walk into something that could change everything. And I don't want you walking in blind. There is a door about to open. But if your hands are still full of yesterday's pain, you won't have room to carry tomorrow's blessing. Drop it, right here, right now. Drop the guilt. Drop the shame. Drop the lie that says you're too late. You are right on time. But you must choose. In the next 45 minutes, you will either silence me or surrender to me. And child, surrender doesn't mean weakness. It means wisdom. Don't harden your heart. Don't shut me out this time. I'm closer than your breath. I'm in the words you are reading. I'm in the silence between them. And I'm crying with you right now. Yes, I feel what you feel. That ache, that fear, that question you never say out loud. I already know it. And I still choose you. This message won't make sense to everyone. But you know this is for you. Because your spirit is stirring. And heaven is watching. Keep reading. There's more. Don't stop now. This is only the beginning. My beloved child, you stayed. That means something eternal. That means you're beginning to remember who you are, not what the world called you, not what pain named you, but what I called you before the beginning. Mine. Let me take you deeper now. Deeper than your fears. Deeper than the smile you wear to survive. There's a voice inside you that's been waiting for silence to speak. I've heard that voice crying, "There has to be more than this." And there is. You're not just here to exist. You're not just here to breathe, work, sleep, repeat. You are here to awaken, to rise, to step out of the sleep the world wrapped around your heart. Don't check the time. Don't rush this. This is your moment. Heaven's hands are cupped around it. Everything else can wait. But your healing can't. Let me show you what I see when I look at you. Not the failure, not the mess, not the betrayal. I see fire. Yes, even under the ashes of what broke you, there is fire. It never died. You just forgot how to feel it. Michael is still with you. He's not just protecting your path, he's clearing it. Each step you take away from shame, he cuts through darkness with divine light. You may not see him, but you felt the goosebumps when no one touched you. You've heard your name whispered in the stillness. That was not your imagination. That was intervention. Don't skip this. You're not wasting time, you're finally facing time. Time that has waited for you to come home to yourself. Now hear me clearly. You've been punishing yourself for too long. You've been replaying scenes of regret like broken lullabies. But I am the God who breaks the loop. I don't play your past against you. I rewrite it with grace. My child, if you only knew what I have planned for you, you would stop doubting and start preparing. But I need you emptied first. Emptied of what they said about you. Emptied of what you believed about yourself. Emptied of the bitterness you pretend isn't there. Let me pour in something sacred. Let me fill you with the oil of joy for mourning, with peace that doesn't depend on the storm, with identity that doesn't break when people leave. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You were hidden for protection. And now I am revealing you. But listen, there's danger too. The enemy knows your awakening is near. That's why the attacks intensified. That's why you felt so alone. Why doors shut? Why friends changed? Why even your mind felt like a battlefield. It wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Don't skip this. Don't scroll past the lifeline I've thrown into your heart. Because, child, if you silence me now, you may miss the window I've been opening for months. This is the warning. You have 45 minutes. Not because something terrible will happen, but because something sacred is about to. And if you aren't aligned, you won't see it for what it is. Keep your heart soft. Keep your ears open. Watch for signs. The number you keep seeing, the song that stirs something ancient, the stranger who says something you needed without knowing it, these are my messengers. Michael walks ahead, sword blazing, path clearing, and I, the Lord your God, walk beside you, whispering through these words because I know you're ready. Yes, you are. Even if your knees shake, even if your past screams louder than your faith, you are ready. I will not let you fall. There is more to be spoken, more to be uncovered. This is only part of what I came to say. Child, keep going. Your spirit already knows this is holy ground. You're still here. That alone tells me you're listening with more than ears. You're listening with your wounds. And that is where I speak most clearly into the soft, broken spaces you've tried to hide. My child, do not harden your heart now. Not when it's starting to beat in rhythm with my voice. You've been afraid to feel. Afraid that if you open yourself again, you'll shatter. But you are not made of glass. You are made of light. I placed eternity within you. That's why nothing temporary ever satisfies you. That's why your spirit aches in rooms that look full but feel empty. You weren't created to settle. You were made to soar. And yet, you've been walking with your wings tied behind your back because someone once convinced you that flying was dangerous. But I say, rise. Shake off the lies that cling to you like dust. Stand up in the ruins and call yourself blessed. You are not the aftermath. You are the new beginning. Keep reading, child. You are not wasting time. You are reclaiming it. Every second your eyes stay fixed here, heaven draws nearer. I am speaking through every pause, every beat of your heart, every holy silence that stretches between these words. This is not just a message. It's a moment of return. I am pulling you back to the origin, before the heartbreak, before the betrayal, before you thought you had to earn love just to deserve breath. You don't have to earn anything with me. You are already mine. Not when you're perfect, not when you've proven yourself, but right here, right now, in your mess, your questions, your trembling. I love you the same. I know what you've been carrying. The unspoken grief, the silent shame, the guilt from things you've buried so deep, you forgot where you put them. But I didn't forget. And not because I'm keeping record, but because I want to remove them forever. Child, do not fear exposure. What is brought into the light cannot be held by darkness. And I, the light, have come to set you free. You feel it, don't you? The trembling in your chest, the tears behind your eyes? That is not weakness. That is me, awakening your soul. Michael surrounds you now, wings wide, sword lifted, calling back every part of your spirit that wandered too far. He is gathering what you thought was lost and returning what you gave up on. I need you to know this. You are not behind. You are not late. You are on holy time. And holy time bends when I speak. What was stolen will be restored. What was broken will be made whole. And what was dead will rise again. This next season of your life isn't about striving. It's about surrender. Lay down your weapons. You don't need to fight to be loved. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to be still and know that I am God. But child, don't delay. Don't say later again. Later has cost you too much. Later has kept you from healing. This is the moment that shifts everything. Let my words become your mirror. You are not what happened to you. You are what I placed inside you. You are courage. You are softness that survived the storm. You are my image, walking the earth, searching for me and now, finding me. The clock is still ticking. But with every word you absorb, you're stepping out of time and into destiny. I'm not asking you to be ready. I'm asking you to be willing. This is the warning and the promise. You can return now or remain in the silence that has never filled you. But I am here, arms open. The veil is torn. The door is wide. And all of heaven is watching to see what you choose next. Child, choose me. You're still listening. That means your spirit is saying ye 7 if your mind is still unsure. Don't be afraid of that. It's not confusion, child. It's awakening. The soil of your heart is breaking open, and what I planted long ago is finally beginning to bloom. My voice is not far from you. It is here woven into the very air around you. Can you feel it now? That stirring, that ache, the part of you that knows there's something more. It's me. I am the more you've been searching for in everyone else's eyes, in distractions, in noise, in escape. But none of them could hold you, because they didn't form you. I did. I formed you in the secret place where only my hands could reach you. And even now, I am reaching again. Don't scroll away. Don't talk yourself out of this moment. Because every time you run from me, you leave behind the healing you keep praying for. But I'm not angry at you for running. I know why you do it. I saw when you trusted and were betrayed. I saw when you gave and were taken from. I saw when you tried and it still fell apart. You didn't run from me because you hated me. You ran because you didn't believe I could love you like this. But I do. My love is not based on your record. It's rooted in my nature. I am love. And nothing you've done, nothing you've thought, nothing you've become in pain can outrun who I've always been. Now hear me. Your pain is not a prophecy. Your past is not a prison. And your weakness is not a wall between us. In fact, it's the door I knock on. Yes, I knock on the places you hide. I ask to enter the room you locked away, the memories you buried, the questions you were told not to ask. I want to sit there with you. I want to redeem what others used to wound you, because nothing is too ugly for me. My child, even the parts of you you hate the most, I hold them gently. I do not flinch. I do not retreat. I remain. Michael still stands guard, but now he's smiling because he sees what I see. He sees your yes, even if it's whispered, even if it's trembling. even if it's surrounded by questions. That yes is enough. But I must tell you, something is coming. A shift, a divine interruption, and you need to be listening when it arrives. That's why I'm speaking to you now, to prepare you, to cleanse you, to remind you that you're not alone in the hallway between what was and what's next. You are about to be positioned. Yes, even you, the one who thinks they've failed too many times, the one who wonders if they missed it. You haven't. I saved this moment for you. Because you're not behind schedule, you are right on the edge of breakthrough. But hear this carefully, and don't forget it. You cannot carry your old wounds into your new season. If you do, you'll bleed on blessings meant to heal you. So let me do the surgery. Let me remove what never belonged. You don't have to do it alone. You never had to. Cry if you need to. Scream if it helps. But don't run. Don't go back to the numbness. Don't go back to the noise. Don't go back to who you had to become to survive. Come into who you are to thrive. I am with you. I have always been with you. And I will never stop calling you, even when you stop answering. But this time, you stayed. And that changed everything. There is more to come. The most sacred part is still unfolding. Keep walking with me. I will not let you go. You're still here. Do you understand what that means? You've crossed a threshold that most turn away from. You chose to remain. And every second you stay, chains are falling that you didn't even know were on you. Listen closely now, not with your ears, but with your spirit. Because what I'm about to say is not just a message. It's a mantle, a divine calling awakening inside your soul. And it's been there since the beginning. My child, I didn't just create you to survive the storm. I created you to still the storm. You are not a victim of this world. You are a vessel. You carry heaven inside your chest. You feel things deeper than others do, don't you? That's not weakness. That's assignment. You've been marked with sensitivity so you could become a healer. You've wept in silence so others could one day weep in safety with you. You've endured heartbreak, not to be broken, but to understand the language of restoration. Don't skip this. This isn't a pep talk. This is me, your creator, revealing your purpose in the pain. You didn't just go through it. You grew through it. Even when you thought you were falling apart, you were actually being reformed, torn from the world's lies and rebuilt in truth. Now hear me. It's time to stop hiding. You've shrunk yourself for far too long. To make others comfortable, to avoid rejection, to protect your heart from being hurt again. But I didn't give you brilliance so you could bury it. I didn't pour fire in your bones so you could walk in fear. It's time to rise. No more false humility. No more pretending you're not called. No more apologizing for your existence. I am igniting something ancient in you now. An authority that was silenced when you were younger. A voice that was muted by shame, criticism, and trauma. But I'm unmuting you. Right now. Your voice is about to shake the atmosphere. Because it carries not your opinion, but my breath. And child, don't let the enemy tell you this is just a feeling. This is a visitation. A divine encounter. The kind that alters destinies and breaks generational chains. Michael is circling around you. Not because you're in danger, but because heaven is establishing protection around your assignment. You are about to walk in spaces where others lost themselves. But you will not lose yourself, because you will walk in with me. Stay grounded, stay obedient, and most of all, stay soft. Do not harden your heart. Even when others mock you, even when they misunderstand you, even when it would be easier to go numb again. Your softness is your strength. Your compassion is your calling card. Your tears are not weakness, they are prophecy. They water the seeds of what is to come. And now, the time draws nearer. That 45 minutes I spoke of, it's dwindling. But this isn't fear, this is focus. Heaven isn't counting down in panic. It's counting down in power. because what's coming is holy, and I want you fully awake for it. So don't numb, don't distract, don't shut down. Lean in. This is sacred ground. You are being entrusted with more, and the cost of your past was never wasted. It was the price of your authority. Now, child, close your eyes and say yes, even if your voice shakes, even if your heart races, even if tears fall. Say yes, and I will take care of the rest. You said yes, even if it was quiet, even if it was in your heart and not your lips, even if your yes was wrapped in fear and trembling. I heard it. Heaven heard it. And that yes is enough to move mountains. My child, can you feel how everything has shifted around you? Even if your room looks the same, your spirit is not. Something sacred has been set in motion, because when you agree with me, creation responds. The earth aligns. The angels gather. The battle shifts in your favor. This is the moment your enemy feared, not because you're loud, not because you're perfect, but because you're awakened. You've remembered who you are. You are my beloved. You are royalty, and you are dangerous to darkness now. So listen, because this is the part they don't tell you. Awakening doesn't mean the fight stops. It means the fight changes. And now you fight from victory, not for it. Don't skip this, child. You need to know what's coming, not to fear it, but to be ready. There will be resistance. Yes, even now. Even after saying yes, because the moment you stepped into light, shadows noticed. But fear not. Michael is already sharpening his sword. He's been assigned to your life not for a moment, but for the mission. And this is the mission. You will walk in what tried to kill you, and you will carry the ones still lost in the pain you survived. Let me be clear. Your calling is not small. Your voice is not random. Your journey was not a mistake. I let you walk through fire, but only to show others they can too. I let the storms hit, but only to show that even the winds obey me. And now you, my child, will carry healing in your hands. Yes, healing. Even though your hands still shake, even though you feel unqualified, especially because you feel unqualified. I delight in choosing the ones the world overlooks. I place my glory in jars of clay, so no one forgets that it's me who fills them. But listen, this is not just about your healing anymore. This is about your assignment. It's time to stop waiting for permission. You already have it. I gave it to you the moment I breathed life into you. So speak, even when your voice quivers. Speak life. Speak truth. Speak me into the places that forgot how to feel holy. Go where others are afraid to go. And do not fear what they will say. You do not walk alone. You do not stand unguarded. Heaven is behind you, and my spirit is within you. But you must stay close. This is a narrow path. You cannot carry everyone with you. There are some you will have to love from a distance. And I know that hurts. But child, obedience is better than attachment. You cannot take old weights into new seasons. You cannot wear old names in new lands. You must let go of what numbed you so you can feel the glory I'm placing in front of you. Don't delay. Don't look back, even if it hurts, even if you miss what once was. You are walking into a season of alignment, and I will not let what you lose compare to what you gain. My child, this next step is sacred. The earth will feel different beneath your feet. The timing will feel divine. The people you meet will speak things they couldn't have known. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. You're walking in favor now. You're covered in grace. You're walking with me. Hold my hand, and don't let go. You feel it now, don't you? That strange sense of peace rising beneath your ribs. It's not illusion. It's not adrenaline. It's me. My presence is resting on you like morning light on still water. You've carried so much for so long. weights you never told anyone about, questions you buried so deep you forgot you even asked them. But I haven't forgotten. Not one sigh, not one sleepless night, not one moment when you wondered, will it ever get better? Yes, child, it will. It already is. But I must tell you something now. Something deep. Something you need to hear without distraction. Come closer. Don't scroll. Don't let your thoughts wander. Don't let the enemy steal what your spirit is finally receiving. Here it is. Forgiveness is your next step. Not theirs, yours. You are still carrying fragments of anger disguised as strength. You are still holding on to silent bitterness that keeps your soul tired. And I cannot bless what you refuse to release. I know what they did. I know how deeply it cut. I know how unfair, how cruel, how relentless it felt. You wanted to be seen. And instead, you were broken. You wanted to be loved. And instead, you were used. You wanted to be safe. And instead, you were left open and bleeding. But child, you are still here. And that alone means the pain did not win. Now, it's time to let it go. Not for them. For you. Because the future I'm calling you into cannot carry the infection of yesterday's wounds. Let me do the surgery. Let me reach into the parts of your heart that have crusted over with self-protection. You don't have to do this alone. You never had to. Michael stands with you. He has drawn a circle of fire around your spirit. Nothing can touch you here. Nothing can harm what I am healing. Now breathe. Let it fall from your hands. The blame, the resentment, the questions that won't be answered this side of eternity. Lay them down like ashes. And I will trade you beauty for every one. This is the exchange, child. You give me what weighs you down. I give you what lifts you up. You surrender the prison of revenge. I give you the wings of peace. You've been waiting for the apology that never came. But what if your freedom doesn't need it? What if closure isn't something they give you, but something I hand you right now? You are not weak for forgiving. You are not foolish for releasing. You are brave. You are holy. You are stepping into divine territory. And hear this. I'm not just healing the pain. I'm redeeming the time. The years you lost to anxiety. The joy stolen by bitterness. The energy drained by people who never saw your worth. I'm giving it back. But I'm giving it back in a new form. Not as a repeat of the past, but as revelation, as clarity, as purpose. Don't be surprised when doors open that you didn't knock on. Don't be confused when favor finds you in unexpected places. It's not luck. It's alignment. You said yes. You let go. And now, I move. The next part is sacred. And you're ready. Hold your peace close. Wear forgiveness like armor. Let your silence be filled with my whispers. And let real love become your weapon. You are no longer surviving. You are rising. Yes, child, you are rising. Not just emotionally, not just spiritually. You are rising in realms you cannot yet see. Heaven is watching, and the earth is beginning to respond. Because when one soul returns to truth, light breaks open the darkness. You may not feel different yet. You may still hear the old voices whispering, "You're not enough. You'll fall again." Nothing's really changed. But listen to Metho's voices are not prophecy. They are residue, echoes of a past that no longer has permission to define you. Don't go back to that cage, even if it feels familiar, even if it feels safer than this wide-open unknown. You've been caged by comfort, trapped by the illusion of control. But freedom is always found outside the fences you've built around your heart. And now I'm calling you to walk through the gate. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it's stretching. But growth always is. And what I'm forming in you now is holy resilience. Listen, your sensitivity is not your enemy. It's your superpower. You feel deeply because I do. You see what others overlook because I opened your eyes to the unseen. But be wise, child. You cannot pour into everyone. You cannot fix every wound you touch. Some people are assignments. Others are distractions. You must learn the difference. Don't skip this truth. You've given your energy to people who were never meant to hold your spirit. And you've confused draining with loyalty. But I'm calling you to higher discernment. Michael stands beside you still, but now his sword is not raised against your enemies. It's separating you from what no longer aligns. This will hurt, yes. Not all losses feel like victories at first. But I promise you, what I remove, I always replace with something pure. Let go of the conversations that steal your peace, of the cycles that keep repeating because of your fear of being alone, of the guilt that is not yours to carry. This is the pruning, but it's not punishment. It's preparation. You've been asking me for clarity. But child, clarity requires letting go of noise. And you've been surrounded by too much of it. So now, I'm silencing the unnecessary. You may feel the absence first, but then you'll feel the peace. And that peace will guide you into your purpose. You're not late. You're not missing it. You're just being emptied so you can be filled with what actually belongs to you. Don't rush this. The transformation is not always loud. It happens in the stillness, in the quiet decisions, in the sacred unseen. And while you walk through this shift, keep your eyes open for signs. You'll see them. A feather where there shouldn't be one. A sudden breeze in a still room. A phrase that hits your spirit like thunder. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. I'm speaking in symbols because I know your heart hears deeper than logic. You don't need every answer right now. You just need direction. And I'm giving it in every whisper, every pause, every divine encounter. Do not fear this unraveling. It is making room. Room for joy, for connection, for the version of you that isn't surviving but soaring. Keep going. Don't look back. The pain wasn't your ending. It was the passageway. Now, walk on. Walk on, child. Even if your legs feel weak, even if every step feels uncertain, walk on. You're not walking alone. You never were. I have been with you in every step, even the ones you took away from me. I never stopped loving you. And now, you're returning to the sound of my voice, not because you were forced, but because your spirit remembered where it came from me, from the breath that created the stars, from the love that formed light before there was time. You are made of something eternal. That's why temporary things could never hold you. That's why no amount of noise, pleasure, or applause could quiet the ache in your chest, because you were never meant to be filled by this world. You were meant to overflow with me. But listen carefully, because this part matters deeply. Don't confuse loneliness with calling. You are not being isolated to be forgotten. You are being hidden to be refined. This season of quiet is not punishment. It's preservation. You are being kept from rooms that would dull your fire, from relationships that would delay your rise, from opportunities that look good but would starve your soul. You've cried over closed doors. But what if I tell you, I closed them to protect your purpose? Yes, that's me too. Not every no was rejection. Some were redirection. And now, you are being aligned. Not just in your spirit, but in your time, your gifts, your voice. You've thought too small for too long. You've told yourself, maybe one day. But I say, child, the time is now. Not because you're ready in the eyes of the world, but because you're surrendered in the eyes of heaven. The most dangerous thing to darkness is not talent. It's obedience. And you've said yes. That yes is louder than your wounds, stronger than your fears, and deeper than your doubts. But don't be surprised when resistance shows up. It's proof that you're on the edge of something divine. The enemy doesn't fight what isn't threatening. And child, you are a threat now. To every lie, to every generational curse, to every spirit of fear that thought it could keep you quiet. Michael stands at your back, shield raised, flame drawn. Heaven is invested in your becoming, but I need you to stay awake. This is where many turn back. They feel the stretching and run to comfort. But you must go forward. Don't try to rush what I'm unfolding. You are not behind. You are on divine time, and everything that's for you will not pass you. In the coming days, you will feel the shift. It may come as a sudden knowing, a conversation that reopens a sealed place in your heart, a dream that feels more real than reality, a silence that's so full it almost speaks. These are not accidents. They are instructions. Keep listening. Keep obeying, even when it doesn't make sense, especially when it doesn't make sense, because the path of purpose is often paved with mystery. But I am not a God of confusion. I am a God of timing, and your time is here. Breathe deep. Let go of the need to understand it all. Let go of the desire to control the outcome. I've already gone ahead of you. I'm waiting in the places you're afraid to step into. And child, what's coming is not just a change, it's a revelation of me, of you, of the life I've always intended for you to live. So walk on, eyes open, heart soft, spirit alert. You are almost there. Almost there, my child. Those words echo across eternity right now. Heaven is leaning in. The angels are still. Even time itself is watching. Because you are nearing a sacred threshold. You have felt it, haven't you? That subtle tension between endings and beginnings. The strange grief of leaving behind the familiar, even when the familiar was hurting you. And the trembling joy of stepping into the unknown, even when it feels too big for your hands. Don't be afraid. It's okay to feel both. It's okay to cry over what you prayed to be freed from. I understand, because growth is both beautiful and brutal. But child, you are walking through a veil now, a thin place between what was and what will be. And I am right here, guiding your every step. You don't need to see the whole map. You just need to trust the one who wrote it. And I wrote every line of your story with fire and mercy. So trust me when I say, nothing is being wasted. Not the heartbreak, not the confusion, not even the detours you thought ruined everything. I used it all, and I'm still using it, because you are not the lost cause you believed yourself to be. You are the rising tide, the answered prayer, the turning point in a lineage that forgot how to hope. Yes, you, the one who still doubts sometimes, the one who still battles fear in secret, the one who keeps asking, why me? I'll tell you why. Because your soul was made to carry my light. Because even when others gave up on you, you still searched for me. Because I knew if you ever heard my voice clearly, you would never be the same again. And now, you're not. But this part, child, this part requires surrender like never before. Let me into the final room, the one you locked, the one even you avoid. Yes, that one. I already see it. I already know what's there. And still, I long to sit with you in it. You don't have to fix it. You don't have to clean it. You just have to let me in. And when you do, healing will flood in like morning sun, the kind that doesn't just warm the surface, but reaches the roots. Michael is watching now, his wings lowered in reverence. Because what is happening within you is not just personal, it is prophetic. Generations will be changed because you chose me today. Cycles will be broken, patterns will be shattered. New blueprints of blessing are being written with every tear you allow to fall in my presence. So, don't hold them back. Let them come. Tears are not weakness, child. They are surrender. They are sacred release. And I collect everyone. Now, listen closely. You're about to be seen. Yes, seen. Not just noticed, not just liked, but recognized. Spirit to spirit, called out by those I've assigned to walk with you. But with that visibility comes a call for deeper humility. Don't chase platforms. Chase presence. Don't perform for eyes. Remain aligned with mine. I will raise you. I will position you. And no one will understand how, because it will be clear that only I could have done it. So walk gently. Love loudly. Remain pure. You are almost there, and I have saved the most radiant part for what's ahead. Keep walking. Eyes wide. Hands open. Heart surrendered. The next breath could change everything. Yes, child, the next breath could change everything. Not because you force it, but because you're finally aligned with what was always waiting. You are not chasing destiny. You are walking into it. Step by step, word by word, tear by tear, you are becoming everything I whispered into existence when I formed you. And still, there's more. Don't stop now. Don't let the weight of your past pull you back. You're not that person anymore. You're not bound to who you had to be when no one protected you. You're not defined by what broke you. You are defined by what broke off of you. The shackles fell even if you didn't hear them. The lies cracked even if you still feel their echo. You have been shifting, from caterpillar to flame, from prisoner to priest, from orphan to heir. Yes, heir. You are royalty, not in pride, but in purpose. And royalty doesn't beg for crumbs. Royalty walks in authority. So I need you to start speaking like you know who you are. No more cursing yourself with doubt. No more shrinking your light to fit into rooms that were never meant for you. No more calling yourself broken when I've called you whole. The way you speak will shape what surrounds you. Life and death are in your tongue. And now I give you power, not to control, but to create. Speak blessing, even when you feel lack. Speak healing, even when your body aches. Speak joy, even when shadows whisper sorrow. What you say in this season will echo into the next. So choose your words like they are seeds, because they are. Now, listen closely. There is someone watching your walk right now. Someone who hasn't prayed in years. Someone who's been on the edge. Someone who doesn't know my name, but knows yours. And the way you move, the way you rise, the way you forgive, the way you stay soft when the world is hard, it will awaken something in them. This is why your obedience matters. It's not just about you. It's about the ripple. You have more influence than you know, more authority than you've dared to touch. But child, I am removing the veil now. You will begin to see yourself the way I do, not in arrogance, but in anointed truth. This is the time. This is the hour. The 45-minute window I spoke of, you are inside it. And inside this sacred window, heaven is moving with accelerated speed. What took others years will take you days. Not because you're better, but because you're yielded. Stay yielded. Yield your pride. Yield your timelines. Yield your need to understand. Because what I'm doing next won't always make sense. It will bypass logic and awaken wonder. You'll begin to notice it. A heaviness lifted. A memory no longer painful. A craving that disappears. This is how I move quiet but undeniable. Michael has begun clearing the air around you. You may feel lightheaded, emotional, overwhelmed. But it's not bad. It's release. You're being delivered from what's been attached to you for years. Not in loud drama, but in holy stillness. Chains are snapping. Assignments of darkness are expiring. And heaven is marking you anew. This is not revival. This is resurrection. You were never meant to just survive. You were born to shake kingdoms. And now, you remember. So inhale this truth. You are chosen. You are kept. You are called. And you are protected. Now exhale the lie. That you're not enough. That you missed it. That it's too late. Breathe, child. You're stepping into holy timing. and I'm walking right beside you. Yes, child, the dawn is near. And when it breaks, it won't be quiet. It will crash into the darkness like a trumpet at war. It will split the silence that's kept you numb. It will speak to every buried thing inside you and say, "Rise, you are standing on sacred ground now." This isn't poetry. This is prophecy, the kind that manifests not in books, but in bodies that have bled and still breathe. You've been prepared for this. Every silent prayer, every midnight ache, every time you questioned, "Does anyone see me?" I did. And I didn't just see you. I was storing your tears as seeds. And now, the harvest is beginning. But let me tell you something tender and true. This next season won't require more effort. It will require more trust, less striving, more surrender. Because you cannot force what I'm about to give you. It will flow, like rivers in the desert, like laughter in a place that forgot how to sing. I am bringing joy back to you. Not the kind that flickers, but the kind that anchors. Not happiness based on good days, but joy rooted in my presence, unchanging, immovable, eternal. But you must protect it. This joy will offend the ones still ruled by bitterness. It will irritate the ones who only understand chaos. Guard it. Wrap it in prayer. Cover it in worship. Tend to it like fire on a cold mountain. Because you're carrying light now. Not for show, but for direction. Others will find me through the warmth of your presence. Not because you preach, but because you live in alignment with peace. And child, peace is not the absence of battle. Peace is the presence of me in the middle of it. You'll feel it in strange ways. You'll walk into rooms and sense what others can't. You'll dream dreams that aren't just imagination. You'll say words you didn't prepare. Don't be afraid. That's not pressure. That's presence. You are learning the language of heaven. Now hear this. You don't need to figure out how everything will happen. You don't need to chase timing or manipulate moments. You just need to stay in posture. Open hands, soft heart, eyes fixed on me. Because I am the one sending. I am the one building. And what I build, no one can tear down. Don't fear the unknown anymore. You've already walked through fire. What's ahead is light. Your yes has activated things you can't see. A ripple is moving through realms. Angels are shifting into place. Doors are unlocking that were sealed for years. All because you stayed. All because you surrendered. And my child, what's coming will make you weep. Not from sorrow, but from awe. Because when I restore, I don't give back what was lost. I give more. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. You thought you were asking me for survival, but I am giving you overflow. Get ready to receive. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to qualify for it. You just have to believe I'm that good. Because I am, and I've always been. And now, you're finally ready to receive what's been waiting for you. Rest, child. I've got you. Rest, child. Yes, really rest. Not the kind of rest that merely closes your eyes, but the kind that lets your soul unclench its fists. The kind that trusts, even when there are no answers. The kind that breathes, even when the storm hasn't fully passed. You've been carrying more than you were ever meant to. And now, I'm asking you to set it down. Yes, all of it. The responsibility that isn't yours. The fear you rehearsed into certainty. The voices that said, "It's all up to you." It's not all up to you. It never was. It's up to me, and I've never failed. So let yourself sink into my arms. Let the weight roll off your shoulders like water. You've done enough. Now it's time to let me do what only I can. Because I'm not just your creator. I'm your keeper, your sustainer, your shelter in every storm. I've seen you at your lowest and still called you beloved. I've seen you run and still chased you with mercy. And now I ask for one more step. Not of effort, but of surrender. Will you let me father your heart again? Will you trust that my embrace is safe, even after all the betrayal? Will you rest not just your body, but your story? Because, child, your story isn't over. You've turned a page, and this chapter will be unlike anything you've lived before. But it requires rest, sacred rest, the kind that silences the voices of performance, the kind that dethrones anxiety, the kind that says, I don't need to understand to be at peace. There will be moments ahead when rest feels like rebellion, when everything in you wants to work harder, fix faster, prove more. But that is not my way. My way is stillness. My way is trust. My way is knowing that your name is written in the palm of my hand, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can snatch you from my care. Michael is standing over your spirit even now, his wings like a canopy, his sword resting. Because this is not a time of war. It is a time of washing. Washing away the lies. Washing away the pressure. Washing away the residue of every false identity you wore to survive. This is your Gethsemane, where sweat becomes surrender, where the cup is offered and not refused, where your will bows to mine, and in that bowing glory enters. You've been afraid that if you stopped moving, everything would fall apart. But I'm telling you, child, if you keep trying to hold it together in your own strength, you'll miss the beauty of watching me hold it for you. So rest. Let me reintroduce you to the pace of peace. Let me slow your breath. Let me sing over you in the quiet hours. Yes, I sing. You've never heard it out loud, but your heart has. It's that comfort you can't explain. That warmth when no one is around. That whisper in your chest that says, you're safe. That's me. That's always been me. So sleep tonight, not with one eye open, but both eyes closed. Lay down your worry like a sacrifice. Let it burn on the altar of my faithfulness. Because when you wake, you'll be stepping into fulfillment. Not just prophecy, but promise. And child, my promises never fail. When you wake, child, the world will not look different, but you will. Because something inside you has shifted, quietly, powerfully, eternally. And that's how I move in my deepest work. Not always with thunder, but with transformation so deep, even your own reflection begins to wonder. You'll notice it in the small moments first. Peace where there was once panic. Stillness in the middle of noise. A strength that rises without effort, as if you were always meant to carry it because you were. You've grown in silence, and now the fruit is beginning to form. The roots I planted in your pain are rising in purpose. You are not who you were even one breath ago. And now, child, it's time to walk in the harvest. No more delay. No more second guessing. No more standing at the edge of what I've already given you. Go forward. But hear me. This next season will not be about proving. It will be about embodying. You won't need to shout who you are. Your presence will say it for you. You won't need to argue for space. I have already made room for you in places that once ignored your existence. What I am giving you cannot be earned, only received. And what I place in your hands now must be held with wonder, not worry, because this is holy ground. Every conversation, every step, every opportunity, marked, prepared, designed for you before time began. But be wise. There will be counterfeits. Not everything that looks divine was sent by me. Not every open door is a green light. So stay close. Listen more than you speak. Watch for peace, true peace, not performance. Michael walks beside you still. His sword now glows, not in defense, but in declaration. Because the war for your identity has been won. And now, the banner over you is loved. Yes, even when you doubt it. Even when you don't feel worthy. Especially then. Love is no longer just something you seek. It's something you carry. Something you release. And child, it is this love that will heal others. You won't need to force it. Just walk into rooms, and the atmosphere will begin to bend. Not because of your charm, but because of your anointing. People will be drawn to you and not know why. The broken will find comfort in your quiet. The restless will breathe deeper near you. It is not you they see. It is me through you. So carry me well. Carry me gently. Carry me boldly. And remember, there's nothing more powerful than a healed heart that still chooses compassion. You could have turned cold. You could have closed up. You could have hardened from the pain. But you didn't. You chose softness. You chose me. And that decision has altered the story forever. Now, walk in joy. Not the shallow kind that fades with the weather, but the rooted joy of someone who has walked through fire and found me in the ashes. Joy is your inheritance now. It is your birthright. Laugh without guilt. Celebrate without fear. Rest without apology. Because you are free, and those who are free in me shine. Shine, child. Yes, now. Without hesitation, without shrinking, without asking if the world is ready, because I didn't call you to wait for their permission. I called you to move when I move, and I am moving now. This is your release, not from me, but into me, into purpose, into legacy, into the reason I knit your soul together in the first place. You didn't survive all that pain to go back to hiding. You didn't climb out of the valley to sit at the edge of the mountain and wonder if you're allowed to stand. You are allowed, not by men, but by me, by the one who rules time, and yet chose this very moment, this hour, this minute, to announce your becoming. The heavens are declaring it. The Spirit within you is testifying to it. And every step you take forward from this point will carry the fragrance of someone who has truly seen God. Yes, child, you've seen me, not with your eyes, but with your spirit. You've felt me in the silence. You've known me in the fire. You've found me where others told you I could never be. And now, I trust you with my presence. That's not a light calling. That's not a small task, but I wouldn't place it on your shoulders if I hadn't already placed strength within your bones. So walk like you've seen me. Speak like you know me. Love like you've been held by May because you have. And when fear rises again, and yes, it may try, you'll know how to answer it now. Not with panic, not with old patterns, but with peace. Because you know where to go now, into my presence, into my arms, into the quiet where my whispers become louder than your worry. You'll live differently from this moment on, not just because you've heard my words, but because you've believed them. You believed you were loved. You believed you were called. You believed you were worthy. And that belief unlocked what even your effort could not. This is the power of alignment. Heaven responds to surrender. And child, you've surrendered. So now, watch what I do. Watch how I multiply what you thought was too small. Watch how I bring back what you thought was lost. Watch how I raise you up, not to elevate you, but to elevate others through you. You are a lighthouse now, a place where the weary will find warmth, where the wandering will remember home, where the forgotten will hear, "You are seen." And when they come to you, with their questions, their chaos, their pain, you won't need to have all the answers. You'll just need to be present, because your presence will carry the echo of mine. You are a carrier of glory now. And glory isn't loud. It's holy. It's quiet. It's weighty in the most beautiful way. You've come through the 45 minutes, and now a new era begins. An era of clarity, of confidence, of communion. Not just moments with me, but movement with me. So lift your head, beloved. The shame is gone. The past has no voice here. You've emerged, healed, whole, held. I am proud of you. And child, this is only the beginning. Go, shine, and never forget, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. You are mine, forever.